So before we start, let's feel the presence of our God. So Miss Vergara, kindly lead the prayer.
Let us begin with the words of the Holy Prayer.
Thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good evening, class. How are you today?
Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Good evening, good
We're
evening po.
good.
Welcome to our class. So kindly open your cameras and let me see your beautiful and handsome faces. Thank you. Before we start, always remember, never give up because great things take time. I have rules that you need to follow. Number one, make sure that no one will disturb you. If I'm talking, listen and be attentive once I call your name. Don't hesitate, raise a question. So, who's the secretary of the class? So, who's the absentee for today? Very good. It seems that all of you are excited to our topic for today.
yes, ma'am.
So before we start, let me first introduce myself. My name is Miss Mylene Alayan and I will be your instructor for today. So before we start to our discussion, let's have a game that called word association. In this game, I will choose a word and then you must say the first related word that comes to your mind. For example, animals, and then the student said bird, cat, cow, and etc. I asked the student one by one. The first student who cannot think of a word or says a word that was mentioned previously must do a forfeit. The forfeit could be that the student has to pull a pulley face and do a sila dance or sing. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's start. The first word, cry of Pugad Lawin.
Ma'am,
Yes, Mr. Dasig.
balintawak.
Very good. Anyone?
Ma'am, revolution.
Very good.
Ma'am,
Yes,
KKK.
very good.
Ma'am, independence.
Very good. It's correct.
Ma'am,
Yes,
Spanish.
very good. The second word, Pio Valenzuela.
Ma'am,
Yes, Miss Vergara.
katipunan.
Very good. It's correct.
Ma'am.
Yes,
Physician.
very good. Yes, Miss Angangan. Very good.
Ma'am.
Yes,
Friend of Rizal.
very good.
Ma'am,
Yes,
Ma'am.
revolutionary leader.
very good. Mr. Jolo.
August 23,
Very good.
1890.
The third word. KKK. What are the word association in KKK?
Ma'am, brave.
Very good. Next.
Ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Dasig.
Filipino.
Very good.
Filipinos.
Next.
Ma'am.
Yes, Miss Vergara.
Ma'am. Katipunan.
Very good. Next. The next word. Cedula.
Ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Dasig.
Tax.
Very good. Next.
Ma'am,
Ma'am.
Yes, Miss Vergara.
Document.
Very good. Next.
Ma'am,
Yes,
biyak na ba to?
very good.
Ma'am.
Yes,
Magdiwang.
very good.
Ma'am.
Yes,
Punitin ang sedula.
very good. So, to furthermore understand our lesson for today, I also have here a activity. I will group you into two. I give 5 minutes to prepare and to perform. So in the first group will compose a poem about the events of past, uh, about the events of past, about the cry of Pugadlawin. The members of the group 1 are Mr. Dasig, Miss Matanggihan, Miss Vergara, and Miss Angangan. In the second group, you will conduct broadcasting about the dates of Pugadlawin. So in the members of the group 2 will Mr. Mendoza, Miss Aguado, Miss May Ann de Leon, and Miss Marian de Leon. The criteria or the rubrics of performance is the content, 25%, the cooperation, 25%, creativity, 25%, and the organization is 25%, the total of 100%. So, do you understand?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Today?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes
Very
po.
good. Your timer start now. So, are you done?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. It seems that you are all excited to our group activity. So, who's the group one?
Ma'am.
Yes, let's proceed to your performance.
Hello. Um, Here is the poem of Group 1. Cry of Pugadlawin, mark revolution against Spain. Grew in strength, fight for independence and pain. Spread in 8 provinces, including Manila, representing the Philippine flag, known as what we called Bandila. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Let's give Aling Junisha clap the group 1. Group 1. Did you know Aling Junisha clap?
No, ma'am.
So,
No, ma'am.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. So, let's repeat. 1, 2, 3.
One,
1,
two, three.
2, 3. Very good, very good, very good.
Funny.
So, let's proceed to the group 2. Who's the presenter of the group 2?
Ma'am,
Yes, Mr. Mendoza.
is the broadcasting that our group prepared. Intro. Ta 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 ta. Pio Valenzuela's controversial Cry of Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896. The controversial version of the Cry of Pugadlawin has been authorized by no other than Dr. Pio Valenzuela, who happened to be the eyewitness himself of the event. In his first version, he told that the prime staging point of the cry was in Balintawak on Wednesday of August 26, 1896. Santiago Alvarez, the cry of Bahay Toro on August 24, 1896. This version of Cry was written by Santiago Alvarez, a well-known Katipunero from Cavite, and the son of Mariano Alvarez. Santiago is a relative of Gregoria de Jesus, who happened to be a wife of Andres Bonifacio. Gregorio de Jesus' version of the first Cry. August 25 in 1896. This version was written by no other than Lacambini of Katipunan and the wife of Andres Bonifacio, Gregoria de Jesus. She has been participant of this event and become the keeper of the secret documents of the Katipunan. And our last for our Revolution Patrol, Guillermo Masangkay started that cry happened on August 24th. He based his claims regarding the cry on his friend Pio Valenzuela. He provided his point by saying that Valenzuela is direct eyewitnesses of the event and his claim should be valid. Wag magpahuli sa mga balita. Parating tumutok dito sa Revolution Patrol. That's all po, ma'am.
Very good. So, give your group tan 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 clap. Did you know tan 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 clap?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tan 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 tan. Okay. Let's repeat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Tan 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 tan. So, give yourself a round of applause. 1, 2, 3. Very good. So, what have you noticed after doing the activity?
Ma'am,
Yes, Mr. Dasig?
I noticed, ma'am, that the activity is related to the cry of Pugadlawin.
So, very good. What do you think will be our subject matter for today?
Permission to speak po, ma'am.
Yes, Miss Mayan.
Our topic for today is about the events prior to the cry of Pugad Lawi.
And very good. But we'll also discuss the different dates and the places of the cry of the Pugadlawin. And that is our topic for today. We will be dealing about the different dates and place of the cry of the Pugadlawin. So, in the end of the lesson, we will identify the place and the dates of the cry of the Pugadlawin, the names and the events that prior the cry of Pugadlawin. I have here a short video presentation, and you need to watch it attentively.
Noong ika-23 ng Agosto taong 1896, nagtipon-tipon ang 500 katipuneros sa Pugadlawin upang ipahayag ang kanilang paglaban sa pamahalaang Kastila. Tinawag ang pangyayaring ito sa kasaysayan bilang Sigaw sa Pugadlawin. Ngunit hindi ito ang literal na sigaw na alam natin sa dialektong Tagalog. Ang salitang sigaw dito ay isinalin mula sa salitang Espanyol na El Grito de Rebelión o El Grito na nangangahulugang desisyon o pagtawag ng himagsikan. Dito rin naganap ang malasimbolikong pagpunit ng mga katipunero sa kanilang mga sedula bilang pagpapahayag ng kanilang pag-aalsa laban sa mga Kastila. Ito ang sinasabing naging hudyat ng simula ng revolusyon ng mga Pilipino laban sa rehimen ng Espanya. Taong 1908 nang itayo ang isang monumento sa Balintawak bilang pag-alaala sa pangyayaring ito sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. Taon-taon ding ginugunita ang sigaw sa Pugadlawin tuwing ika-23 ng Agosto.
So, kindly give the insight about the video presented.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Bonifacio and his fellows were planning a nationwide revolt. This led to an event called the Cry of Pugadlawin, where revolutionaries took part in a mass tearing of cedulas or community tax certificates, symbolizing their fight against Spain.
Very good. Anyone? Who else want to answer their insight about the video presented? So, kindly give your insight why we had a different name of cry. Kindly give your insight why we had a different name of cry.
Ma'am,
Yes, Mr. Jolo?
I think dun po sa The Cry of Pugadlawin, may iba't iba pong version kasi po iba't iba pong mga tao yung gumawa ng mga pag-aalsa na iyon laban sa Katipunero at iba't iba po yung mga feelings at yung mga pinagmula ng kanilang mithiin para makapag-alsa noong panahon ng mga Espanyol. Yun po.
Very good. So,
Ma'am,
yes, Miss Vergara?
I agree to what Mr. Jolly said. I think there is a different uh, cry or what also called sigaw. That means that shows nagpapakita po ng words ng mga to para po makamit yung
Very good. All of your answer are correct. And to answer or to gain more knowledge about that, we will discuss the different dates, the names of the cry of Pugadlawin. So, the Cry of Pugadlawin was an event that officially marked the start of the Philippine Revolution against the Spain. So, Miss Lilibet, kindly read this slide.
The word cry comes from the Spanish El Grito de Rebelión, cry of rebellion, or El Grito for short. Thus, the Grito de Balintawak is similar to the Grito de Dolores of Mexico in 1820. But the El Grito de Rebelión strictly refers to a decision or call to revolt. It doesn't necessarily mean shouting, unlike the Filipino term sigaw or sigaw.
Thank you. So, the originally the term cry also have a different meaning. So the word cry comes from the Spanish El Grito de Rebelión or cry of the rebellion. Also, cry is El Grito for short. Thus, the Grito de Balintawak is similar to the Grito de Dolores of the Mexico, the El Grito de Rebelión. Originally, the term cry referred to the first clash between the members of Katipunan and the civil guards, the Guardia Civil. Also, the cry also referred to the tearing of cedulas. Like Ms. Vergara said, punitin ang sedula, the community tax certificates, in resistance to Spanish government. Also, cry referred to the inscriptions of Viva la Independencia Pilipina, which was literally accompanied by the patriotic shouts. So, the different dates and place of cry. Did you know when and where Did you know when and where the cry of Pugadlawin happened?
Ma'am,
Yes, Mr. Dasig.
I think the cry of Pugadlawin happened in Balintawak on August 25, 1986.
Very good. Anyone? Yes? Very good, Miss Angangan. Who else want to answer?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Yes, Miss Vergara?
according to um Pio Valenzuela, the event took place on August 23, 1896 in Pugadlawin.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Who else want to answer?
Ma'am,
Yes.
according to Milagros Guerrero, Emmanuel Encarnacion, and Ramon Villegas, they claim that the event took place in Tandang Soras Barn in Gulod, Barangay Banlat, Barangay Banlat, Quezon City, in on August 24, 1896.
Very good. All of your answer is correct. The first is Oligario Diaz, who was an officer of the Spanish Guardia Civil, stated that the cry happened in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. Second is Chodoro Calao, a historian. Second is Teodoro Calao, a historian, wrote in his 1925 book entitled The Filipino Revolution that the cry took place during the final week of August 1896 at Kangkong, Balintawak. The third is Santiago Alvarez, a Katipunero and the son of Mariano Alvarez, who was the leader of the Magdiwang function in Cavite, stated in 1927 that the cry happened at the Bahay Toro, now in Quezon City, on August 24, 1896. While Pio Valenzuela and Andres Bonifacio's close associate declared in 1948 that the event took place on August 23, 1896 in Pugadlawin. Next is Gregorio Said, a historian, identified that the cry happened in Balintawak on August 26, 1896, while Teodoro Agoncillo put the Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896. The last one, Milagros Guerrero, Emmanuel Encarnacion, and Ramon Villegas that claim that the event took place in Tandang Soras, barn in Gulod, Barangay Banlat, Quezon City on August 24, 1896. So, like Miss Vergara and Mr. Mendoza said answer earlier, we have a various events or various different events or dates or place of the cry of Pugad Lawin. So we have a primary source of according to Google, we have a primary source of the cry of the Pugad Lawin. The first one, Pio Valenzuela's controversial cry of Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896. Uh, This controversial version of the Cry of Pugadlawin has been authorized by no other than Dr. Pio Valenzuela, who happened to be the eyewitness himself of the event. In his first version, he told that the staging point of the cry was in Balintawak on Wednesday of August 26, 1896. So the first primary source we have a Pio Valenzuela that stated that the cry of Pugadlawin has been has been done on August 23, 1896. The second one, so Miss Angangan, kindly read. So the second one is Santiago Alvarez, the cry of Bahay Toro on August 24, 1896. This version of Santiago is the cry was written by Santiago Alvarez, a well-known Katiponero from Cavite and the son of Mariano Alvarez. Santiago is a relative of Gregoria de Jesus, who happened to be the wife of Andres Bonifacio. So the third one, primary sources. Mr. Jolo, kindly read the third primary source of the cry of Pugadlawin.
Gregorio de Jesus version of the first cry, August 25, 1896.
Thank you. Uh, the third primary source was Gregoria de Jesus, this version of first cry of Gregoria de Jesus is stated on August 25, 1896. This version was written by no other than the Lakambini of Katipunan. So Gregoria de Jesus is the Lakambini of Katipunan and the wife of Andres Bonifacio. She has been a participant of this event and became the keeper of the secret documents of the Katipunan. So the fourth
Ma'am,
Yes. The fourth one is Gil the fourth one is, I'm very sorry because I have a loss of connection. That's why I left earlier. So we are on the primary sources, if I am not mistaken. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
In the
Yes,
fourth
ma'am.
one. In the fourth one. So we are in the fourth one. Am I right? In the fourth one, primary
Yes,
source.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So the fourth primary source is Guillermo Masangkay, that is stated that the cry happened on August 24. Guillermo Masangkay stated that the cry happened on August 24. He based his claims regarding the cry on his friend Pio Valenzuela. He proved his point by saying that Valenzuela is a direct eyewitness of the event and his claims should be valid. So the events, let's jump to the another uh, topic, events prior to the cry of Pugad Lawin. So kindly give events or kindly give me your insight that occurred the unity of the Filipino. I repeat my question. Kindly give the events or your insight that occurred the unity of the Filipino.
Ma'am,
Yes.
some of these events include the Cavite Mutiny of 1872, martyrdom of the Gumbursa, and also the propaganda movements.
Very good. So, the events that prior to the cry of Pugad Lawin. Cavite Mutiny. Ah, Miss Angangan, kindly read. Propaganda movement. The second events that occurred the unity of the Filipino. So, Mr. Yolo, kindly read the propaganda movement.
Propaganda movement. First, the three subsequently became martyrs to the cause of Philippine independence, and the three native martyred priests are Jose Burgos, Jacinto Zamora, and Mariano Gomez.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Mendoza. The three, in propaganda movement, the three martyrs are the Jose Burgos, Jacinto Zamora, and Mariano Gomez, aka Gumburza. Uh, they are aka Gumburza, not Majoha. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
The third one, um, Miss Mayan, kindly read the Katipunan.
Yes, ma'am. The Katipunan was an offshoot from the La Liga Filipina, a movement that sought to bring about political reform in the Spanish colonial government led by Jose Rizal, Philippines' national hero. Rizal had been exiled right after his organization was formed with their first meeting. And then Katipunan bring about a revolution with the use of violence and arms.
So, what do you think is the uh, what KKK stand for?
Permission to speak.
Yes, Miss Mayan.
Ma'am.
KKK stands for Kataas-taasan, Kagalang-galangan, Katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan.
Very good, Miss Mayan. The fourth one, the fourth events that occur the unity of the Filipino. Yes, Miss Vergara. Kindly read.
Tearing of cedula. Not all statements describe the tearing of cedulas in the last days of August, but the version of Agoncillo, which was based on the later statements of Pio Valenzuela, including the others who insisted that the cry happened in Pugadlawin instead of Balintawak, was the source of the current stance of the Philippine government official commemorations. Bonifacio and many others had escaped to Pugadlawin.
So, very good. The those are the events that occurred the unity of the Filipino. The Cavite Mutiny, the propaganda movement of the uh, three frees or the martyrs, and the KKK, and the tearing of cedula. Those are the events that occurred the unity of the Filipino. So, do you know what are the meaning of the eight rays of the sun to our Philippine flag?
Ma'am,
Yes, Mr. Dasig.
the eight rays represented the first eight provinces that defied and revolted against the Spaniards, and that provinces are Manila, Cavite, Bulacan, Pampanga, Tarlac, Batangas, um, Laguna, and Nueva Ecija.
Very good. So, that's all about the different dates and place of Cry of Pugadlawin, and also the events that prior the Cry of Pugadlawin. So, do you understand our lesson for today?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
None, ma'am.
None, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am.
it seems that you are understand our uh, discussion today. So I ask you a question. So, what are the events that prior the cry of Pugadlawin?
Ma'am.
I repeat my questions. What are the events that prior the cry of Pugadlawin?
Ma'am,
Ma'am.
Yes, Miss Lilibet.
Ma'am.
the events that prior the cry of Pugadlawin is our Cavite Mutiny of 1872, the propaganda movements or the Gombursa, the KKK or the Katipunan, and the last one is the tearing of cedula.
Very good. Give your Miss Lilibet a round of applause. So, next question. As a future educator, what is the significance of Cry of Pugadlawin to the Philippine history? I repeat my question. As a future educator, what is the significance of the Cry of Pugadlawin to Philippine history?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I think the cry of Pugadlawin is a great example of fighting for what is right and fighting for our independence, because just like what the purpose of cry of Pugadlawin, it aims to, or it leads, it helps to vitalize the unity of the Filipino people, and it also brought thirst for our independence.
So, very
That's all.
good. Give Mr. Dasig Aling Junisha clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. And then, who else want to answer in that question? So, the next question. As a social studies student, what was the cry of Pugadlawin all about and how was this significant? I repeat my question. As a social studies student, what's the cry of Pugadlawin all about and was this significant?
Permission to speak po, ma'am.
Yes, Miss Mayan.
This revolution was done by the Katipuneros led by Andres Bonifacio assembled in Caloocan. Afterward, the event was known as the Cry of Balintawak or the Cry of Pugadlawin. It signifies in that emotional ceremony the fighters tore the residents' certificates to prove the termination of their loyalty to Spain.
Very good. So, I have here a activity. Make a concept map or any organizational map to elaborate our topic for today. Make a concept map or any organizational map to elaborate our topic for today. I will give you 3 minutes to answer. So, are you done?
Not yet, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Not
ma'am.
yet, ma'am.
So, are you already done to the to make a concept map?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Dasig, kindly represent your activity. So, it seems that Mr. Dasig have a
Ma'am,
yes, Mr. Dasig.
So here is my mind map. So as you can see, I include under the cry of Pugadlawin. The word cry comes from Spanish word El Grito de Rebellion. And also, cry of Pugadlawin marked the start of the Philippine Revolution against the Spain. And also, I included that the cry of Pugadlawin means the revolt grew in strength and spread rather into 8 provinces. That's all, ma'am.
So, very good. Give Mr. Dasig a round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Dasig, for your presentation. So, to, uh, if you really understand our lesson for today, I have here a uh, quiz. I will send it to your I will send it to chat box and you will answer it 3 minutes. So, do you understand?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I'll check the Google I already checked the Google form and all of you got a high score. So for the assignment, uh, kindly write it to your notebook for assignment. Make a research about the cultural issues of the Philippines. So do you understand our assignment?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you. And if you have another questions, just PM me or DM me on my account.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Thank you
all.
po.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po. Thank you, ma'am.